Welcome back. We have Rebecca Cox with her birdie look here on hole number 2.
Next up, from Los
Going
Angeles.
about 10 to 12 feet past the pin. Rebecca Cox had a great showing at our opening Elite Series event in Vegas 2 weeks ago, and the downhill 39-footer is in for Owen Scoggins.
Seeing Holly Finley shooting up top of the leaderboard, shooting a 4 under. And she's through 7. We have seen players birdie holes 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then you get to a par 5 on hole 9. So it's very doable. Of course, with putts like that, Owen can do it too.
Pitch up on 4, and the same green we have Kristen Tatar for birdie.
There's a slight drop off behind the basket leading to that river.
Leading to a birdie, Kristen Tatar from circle 2. Off to a great start. Backstop for the tree, and then a lever with a short putt for birdie. And that was Cat Merch for birdie. See Valerie's fiance, Mason Ford, who had a solid day out here yesterday. He's along watching the action. He'll be teeing off a little later this afternoon. Wow, and that continued to carry. You heard her say inside route. She knew she pulled it a little bit tight. See if she can get her first C2 putt of the weekend. Kristen Tatar, as I said, perfect position and a perfect approach, as I would expect. That's going to be a tap-in par for Kristen. Correction, tap-in birdie. Thank you, Val. Your look was appropriate. Want to make sure I give her the credit. And Rebecca Cox following it up, and she'll have a tap-in birdie as well. Work to do with a drop-off directly behind the basket. Here's Heather Young for birdie on 9.
Nice putt, Heather.
Count it. Heather Young from deep in circle 2.
The players really need to focus in on the speed that their disc is coming into the green. Oh, I like this one.
Oh, and flashing. Unbelievable as that pans down and to the right. Unfortunately, Evelina's still going to have a putt to make from there. But what a shot with the forehand.
Out of the booth and onto the course. Elaine had a chance coming into today's round, but not doing well.
And what a putt from Kristen Tatar. That's an eagle 3 on hole number 9. They're marking that inside the circle. Obstructed. Doesn't matter. Kristen with a 3. And we saw her drive. This is Holly Finley now for her birdie putt on 11. And nothing but a drop off behind there. Holly Finley converts on the birdie, trying to negate what happened on 9. But look at all the birdies she's racked up here today, Val.
Yeah, and that 7th most difficult hole. This is a par 4 under 500 feet. Some bonus gifts at the very end for Evelina.
This drive by Evelina.
I love this view from Paige. To see Paige after Evelina just crushed it off the tee. Again, it's a 500-foot hole. Evelina right around 400 feet, a little over. And I gotta tell you, it is hard to put that out of your mind. Now you've seen 2 of your competitors shank it to the right. How does Owen... Exactly, Owen. How do you put that out of your mind?
Owen originally lining up the forehand. Now she's going to the backhand. Playing something with a little flip up, and this is a great looking shot by Owen.
That's how you do it. She was running the basket, but just something up on the top is good enough.
Or you could do that. Valerie from circle 2
There,
cans the putt.
there we go.
Owen with a birdie look.
Oh my, Owen.
She loves it. Owen Scoggins from about 40 feet. They're marking it at 49. She's got back-to-back birdies on 10 and 11. We're going to roll that Zuka replay. She got it started. The 60-footer for Valerie Mondahano. And not to be outdone, Owen Scoggins says, I've got this too. And she'll run it down after waving to all the fans. Over it. Looks like Elaine King here on hole number 14. Nice. From way downtown, Elaine King cans it. Wow, she's calling for the shots from Texas, telling Mo, our producer, that you better show the shot. Certainly part of that dedication and that hard work she's been putting in over the offseason to be trustworthy of that forehand. Nice shot by Holly. Here's Paige Pierce with her third. There it is. They're here on the tee of 13, so they've officially caught our chase card. Pierce ready to go. And eventually that lands, and Paige Pierce with a crush. 104 birdies all day yesterday. There's already been 163 today and counting. So needless to say, scoring opportunities are much greater, and it's from drives like that. Players could the inside circle one is Valerie. Now we've seen a few times where Evelina has had one of the longest drives in the group or put herself in the best position, but not necessarily taking advantage of it. We'll see if she can flip that script here on 13. And I think there's our answer. That'll be a tap in.
Near perfect.
Kat Murch, this is her third shot, and she's coming off 3 consecutive birdies. We're going to be right back in just a moment right here on the network.
That fence is just, it forces players to keep the disc left, keep the drives left, but it brings in that out of bounds over on the left-hand side. Paige flips it, gets the kick, bounces back inbounds.
Here's Macy. This is her third shot on 17. So comfortable with the forehand.
Good shot.
And that should save her par. Great shot by Macy. Trying to nestle it right up next to the pin. Great shot by Evelina. Macy 3 under for the round, and she is currently in a tie for 4th. This is Valerie for birdie. Solid. Great putt for Valerie. And that's Rebecca Cox. After she had gone OB on the tee shot. Here's Kristen. Needs a little bit of leg and right next to the pin. Great shot by Tatar.
And you have to be focused at all times.
Owen Scoggins going over on her second shot. And that checks up. Certainly within makeable range for Owen. For a moment, that was tracking right toward the chains. And now here we are, just a one-stroke advantage over Pierce and Owen. Valerie's very much in the conversation. She's just 2 behind our leader at 1 under. And that looks good, assuming it sits down, and it does.
And this is by far the best golf that I've seen out of Valerie Mandujano. I know we've covered her many times on lead cards, and she's been in the mix, but this is a chance for her to take down an Elite Series title.
And that will be an easy slam dunk tap in for Evelina to close out her round next day. So Evelina, Owen Scoggins, Valerie, and Macy, that is your feature card, your lead card as we're going into it. But Val, you keep saying it, the scores are still so incredibly tight. So it's really anybody's game, isn't it?
It sure is. And I can't wait to see what happens.
But we're going to give you one final reminder. Tomorrow morning, we're going to see you right here for the conclusion of the tournament. That's going to take place at 10 a.m. Central for our FPO division. For Valerie Jenkins and myself, Terry Miller, the Disc Golf Guy, we'll see you tomorrow as we close out the 2022 Waco Annual Charity Open.